Hey YouTube! So, today I've got a Van Halen guitar. As mentioned before, like changed my mind about things. I always thought this was one of the most hideous shaped guitars in the universe, and I really don't like black guitars. But actually, I'm kind of getting used to it. I think the ones I normally see do they not normally have like a mad, like, you know, the totally over the top quilted top, which I think accentuates the horribleness of the shape, whereas in jet black, it's fine. I'm trying to show you this just now because it's the most fingerprinty guitar I've ever seen. So just now it's shiny. By the time I've played it for 5 minutes, it's going to be just absolutely covered in fingerprints. It's super matte black. So, yeah, so it's a EVH Wolfgang Standard. 2 humbuckers, volume control, tone control. I had this in for a setup because it's got a Floyd Rose, and Floyd Roses are always a nightmare. The owner wanted this set so it was like Van Halen, so it's set flat to the body, so there's no upbend in it, so I did that. I also put a coil split in it because apparently these pickups, which I've heard for 2 seconds when I checked to make sure they were working, are far too powerful, and basically this guitar needs a coil split. It was not the easiest job. Annoyingly, the pickups go to this switch here first before they go to the volume control, which I suppose is a fairly obvious way of doing it. But so the coil split wires are here, so I had to run wires all the way through the whole guitar and blah blah blah. And then, where is it now? I had it a minute ago. There, bought a new a push pull pot. Wired it up, set it up. Everyone going great. Went to pull it out, and oh. So it basically, it just broke. It's just a faulty switch, which has not happened to me before. I've had guitars before where you can see it working there if you kind of twist it. So sometimes you get not such good push pull pots, and it was just a slight manufacturing defect in it. So I had to steal one of my guitars to do it, just so to get the guy, even though I only picked it up last week and I said, right, I'll order you a switch. I've actually got switches on order from China, which I preemptively bought because I'm very aware that if you buy something like switches when you actually need them, that's when the Chinese delivery takes like the full month and a half or 2 months to come, whereas if you're not really needing them, sometimes they come in a couple of days. So obviously I'm still waiting for them. So it's up and running, nice guitar, maple fretboard, maple neck. Again, there's an awful lot of things about this that it's kind of like, a lot of it I don't like. It's jet black. I don't like jet black guitars. I don't like the shape of this, and I'm not a huge Van Halen fan, I'm sorry. I don't pure dislike them. I don't really get the point. I think one of the things about Van Halen was if you were about at the time when you first heard, you're like, pure, what is that sound? Whereas as far as I'm aware, it's like the Final Countdown always existed, so that you always got blah, 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 guitar. So I think maybe it's one of those things that kind of, if you were there, I've got a few of the albums. I can play one Van Halen riff that I know of, which I suppose I'll have to play on this. So here we go. Bridge pickup. I'll do it clean first. I'll do it clean first anyway. So wee Laney, PC15 playing through that cabinet. They are quite powerful pickups. If I batter this, it's sort of distorted. Neck pickup. Single coil in the bridge. Single coil in the back. This is sounding very much like this switch is upside down, isn't it? I didn't touch the switch, so it was already upside down, but I think that's the bridge pickup. It is. I don't know if it's meant to be that way around. Is that a Van Halen thing? Because the electrics in this were untouched when I opened it up, and I've not actually touched this switch. So yeah, so neck and bridge pickup are the wrong way around. I'll need to ask the guy whether that's what he wants. I'm not really sure. It may just be a case of unscrewing it and actually just physically rotating the switch round. Yeah, so that's the neck. very obvious. So I'll put on my Joyous Dream pedal. There's my gun. Single coily. I'll go for the one Van Halen riff that I can play. When I say play, I mean roughly play. So unfortunately I can't play Eruption or any of these things, or pretty much any Van Halen, to be honest. I'm aware of a few things. It's not really my bag. Have a wee 5-minute jam, I suppose, see what's going on. That one song I know. Oh boy. Yeah, so a very well built guitar, and very, is ergonomic the right word? Very easy to play. I didn't mention, but I was saying there was things that kind of put it against me immediately to start with. Floyd Rose, I'm not a super fan of Floyd Roses, although they can be fun. I actually quite enjoyed playing an aria the other week. It was good fun with one. Unfinished neck. I don't like an unfinished neck. Very popular. People love them though. So that's just purely a taste thing. It's kind of, I assume it's not completely unfinished. It just feels like bare wood. Dimension wise, it's kind of like a Strat. I mean, I don't even know. I went to Plums, I think, trying to find I couldn't find my measuring tape the other day, so I've not found it since. So I don't know what I've done with my tape. I think it's probably, it feels 25.5-inch scale, but don't quote me on that. Got the Charvel type truss rod adjuster here, which is probably the best way of doing it. Probably better than, even though my favourite's normally the bullet truss rod. These things get awkward when you've got the Floyd Rosey thing and, in this case, a string retainer bar getting in the way. So that's nice and easy, and you don't really need an Allen key. You can do it with like a screwdriver or whatever you can find that's a piece of metal to stick in there. If you really needed to adjust it quickly. This has got a D-tuner on it as well, so it's kind of, I'm not really sure. So you kind of pull. You see it's already, look at it, you see it's already getting fingerprints, and that's me from just playing it for a couple of minutes. So if I can get this at an angle, you can see what you do here is, right, you can see it's sitting there. If you pull this out, whoomp, and then rotate it round, and then push it back in again, what it does is it pulls the whole string back and gives you a D instead of an E. Yeah, so that's kind of holding the string up. So when that's in, you tune it to E, and then when you pull it out and put it down, it tunes it to D. I don't think I've done that right. I can now see what it is I've been doing wrong. It shouldn't be sitting out. It's got to be, that's one state, but it's that way round, and then you pull it out, flip it round, and put it in that way, and it's the other way round. Yeah. Yeah. So, yes, so I will change my mind a little bit about these guitars. Still not the prettiest shape, I don't think. I think one of the reasons I don't particularly like the jet black guitars is you can't really see the shape, the outline of the shape, and in this case that might be a better idea. Sorry, that's a little bit offensive, but taste is taste. I like silly shaped guitars, and I'm sure most of the ones, or half the ones I've got, most people will just look at it and go, wouldn't play that in a million years, which is fair enough. It's all just down to taste. The frets on this are really good. They're really rounded at the edges. The only guitar I've ever really noticed this before is with I had an LTD guitar, which are like this massive frets, and they kind of feel almost cylindrical at the edges. That might just be because it's got a really good fret job. Maybe that's one of the things that these have. I've no idea where this one's made. It's got an inspection sticker in the back. It looks like it says 20 something 14, so maybe a 2014 guitar. Would that be fit in with it? I think Van Halen's maybe one of those a little bit like, you know, he skips companies a little bit and takes his guitar with him. I'm pretty sure these were Peavey at one point, and I think it might be a Music Man as well at some point. Not really sure. Was it a Wolfgang it was called? This one's called the Wolfgang Standard. And the headstock is interesting. It kind of, I think that the end thing is it's like a bottle opener, really, isn't it? Although I'm pretty sure if you try to open a bottle with that, you're snapping it off. So don't try and open a bottle with it. They should maybe see if they'd reinforced it with a metal plate, then it would be a bottle opener. It would be pretty cool. You know, you can just imagine just going up and going, you want your beer open? Rocking. Yeah, so that was turned out to be very short. Well, it was meant to be a very short video. I don't really play for very long. It's already been 17 minutes. Anyway, so your guitar's ready. I'm just about to contact the owner who's itching to get it back, even though I've had it a week, but I did have to order that switch. It only came on Thursday. Had this going last night and ended up watching Bill and Ted's Face the Music and really enjoying it. Maybe I was just in the right mood. I noticed one of the times I was checking one of my videos, and up came the advert, and it was like having a Bill and Ted advert on my video. I was quite impressed with that. I was like, yeah, I've made it. A good choice of advert for my channel, I think. Party on, Garth. No, I really enjoyed the film. At the end, it was just super cheesy and quite good, and I love the concept of the whole world being united by playing a song, and it's like, well, I don't want to ruin it for you, but anyway, I've done something with that. That's not right. Yeah, okay, that's it. E now. Yeah, so rock on, everybody. So it's like I've done a few bass videos over the last few days, and quite a lot of people don't really like bass videos, but I mean, bass is guitar and guitar is bass. They're both the same. I think that's why I like I love the 8-string bass so much, because I've always been both. I think I played the guitar for maybe 6 months, something like that, and then I joined a band playing bass when I played it for like half an hour, and it was a pure, yeah, I get it. Being the bass player, the band I was in had like I think there was 3 guitarists and a drummer, and I joined, and it was like, oh, you play guitar, yeah? And it was like, well, just have 4 guitars, and it was like, well, I could borrow a bass, try that out. And the thing is that when you're playing along with, especially when your first band was when you're 3 people, you know, already just playing basic chords and stuff, because we were all couldn't really play the bass. You could always hear the bass, so I was like, yay! It's like I was just playing sort of rubbish lead guitar on the bass, and that's kind of still what I do. But definitely, I think everyone should really have a bass. They're just great fun. I think things you learn on the bass are it's because you already kind of know. If you play the guitar, you already know what all the bass things do anyway. But maybe it's just because I learned to do it when I'd only been before I'd really learned to play the guitar properly. So I've always kind of treated them both as equals and enjoyed playing both. The guitar's more fun for playing on your own though, because you can play more stuff. On a bass, you kind of have to be a bit better. You have to be playing for a couple of years until you can sit in the house on your own, not playing along with anything, and still enjoy it. Otherwise, you know, you're just sitting there going, you know, you maybe need a click track or a drum machine or to be playing along with the records to really be playing the bass when you're sitting in the house on your own. I don't, because I'm a show off and I don't really play. Obviously, when I'm in a band, I will stick to playing set bits, but when I'm just messing about the bass, it's a way, it's like a guitar, apart from just playing off non-stop solos. 20 minutes. Rock on. Catch you later. 4, 3, 2, 20 minutes.